Have you ever prayed for something only to discover that getting exactly what you wanted nearly destroyed you? What if I told you that one of the most dangerous prayers you can pray is, God, give me what I want? Because sometimes God's greatest act of judgment isn't saying no, it's saying yes. And there's a story in the Bible about an entire nation that begged God for one thing. They were convinced it would solve all their problems. God warned them. He explained the consequences. He told them exactly how much it would cost them, but they didn't care. They wanted it anyway. So God gave them exactly what they asked for. And they spent generations living with the consequences. So before you ask God for more money, a bigger trading account, a promotion, or the life you've been dreaming about, you need to hear this story because it may completely change the way you pray forever. And it will make you a better trader. Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart. Psalm 37:4. For generations, the people of Israel had something no other nation possessed. While surrounding kingdoms depended on powerful things, massive armies, and political alliances, Israel was led by God Himself. Whenever they cried out, He raised up judges to deliver them. He parted seas, defeated impossible enemies, provided food from heaven, and guided them by His presence. Yet over time, they stopped appreciating what made them different. They looked at the nations around them and became captivated by what everyone else had. They no longer wanted to stand apart. They wanted to fit in. So they approached the prophet Samuel with a bold request. Give us a king. On the surface, it sounded reasonable. They wanted stability, leadership, and someone they could see. But beneath the request was something much deeper. They were no longer asking for God's will. They were asking for their own. They believed that if they could simply have what everyone else possessed, life would finally become easier. Their eyes had shifted from God's provision to other people's possessions. Samuel was heartbroken, but God revealed the true issue. They have not rejected you, God said. They have rejected me as their king. Before granting their request, God instructed Samuel to lovingly warn the people again about the hidden cost of the blessing they desired. A king would draft their sons into war. He would take their daughters into service. He would tax their income, seize their land, and gradually turn free people into servants. In other words, the very thing they believed would solve their problems would eventually become the source of many of them. The warning could not have been clearer, but the people refused to listen. They had already convinced themselves that the blessing they imagined was worth whatever price it might require. No, they insisted, we want a king. So God gave them exactly what they demanded. Their first king, Saul, looked like everything they had hoped for. He was tall, handsome, impressive, and admired by everyone who saw him. But appearances can hide fragile foundations. You see, Saul's greatest battles were not against foreign enemies, but against insecurity, fear, pride, and the constant need for people's approval. The king they thought would save them became a painful reminder that what looks good is not always what is good. There is a sobering truth woven throughout this story. Sometimes God's greatest judgment is allowing us to have what we've stubbornly insisted upon. We often imagine unanswered prayers as disappointment, yet sometimes unanswered prayers are protection. God sees consequences we cannot see. He understands the weight of the very things we're asking Him to place in our hands. His delays are not always His denials. Often, they are acts of mercy designed to prepare our character before He entrusts us with greater responsibility. This story reaches far beyond ancient Israel because we all have king moments. We pray for bigger platforms before developing humility. We ask for more money before learning stewardship. We want influence before cultivating integrity. We ask God to change our circumstances while resisting His desire to change our hearts. We become convinced that one promotion, one relationship, one opportunity, or one breakthrough will finally satisfy us, when the deeper issue is that we've begun trusting visible success more than God's invisible wisdom. The invitation of the story is both simple and life-changing. Don't just ask God to give you what you want. Ask Him to give you what is good. Ask Him to shape your desires before He fulfills them. Ask Him to develop the character that can sustain the blessings you're praying for. Because the greatest blessing is not getting everything you've asked for. The greatest blessing is becoming the kind of person who can faithfully steward whatever God chooses to place in your hands. One of the most dangerous prayers a trader can pray is, God, give me a bigger account. On the surface, that sounds like ambition, but underneath that prayer is another question. Am I truly prepared for what I'm asking you to entrust me for? The story of Israel demanding a king reminds us that wanting something isn't the same as being ready for it. Many traders believe the answer to their frustration is more capital, more leverage, or more opportunity. But if fear controls a $1,000 account, it will likely control a $100,000 account. More money doesn't solve emotional problems. It magnifies them. The market has a way of exposing what we've been trying to hide. It reveals impatience when we chase candles. It reveals pride when we refuse to take a small loss. It reveals fear when we hesitate on a setup we've practiced 100 times. It reveals greed when one winning trade suddenly convinces us to risk everything. Just as Israel thought a king would fix their problems, traders often believe that one breakthrough will finally make them disciplined. But discipline isn't something you buy with a larger account. It's something you build one decision at a time. There is a painful irony in trading. The very thing you think will make you happy can become the thing that hurts you the most. A larger account means larger drawdowns. More leverage means greater emotional swings. Quitting your job to trade full-time sounds exciting until every losing day feels like a threat to your family's security. Success without emotional maturity becomes a burden instead of a blessing. That's why God is often more interested in preparing your character than increasing your capital. This notion completely changed the way I prayed. I stopped asking God to make me profitable. Instead, I started asking Him to make me faithful. Faithful to my trading plan. Faithful to my risk management. Faithful to my stop loss. Faithful to my journal. Faithful when I won and faithful when I lost. Because if I cannot fully manage small opportunities, why would I expect God or even the market to entrust me with greater ones? Profit became the byproduct of discipline instead of the object of obsession. I also realized that many of my prayers were actually attempts to escape discomfort. I wanted God to remove losses instead of teaching me resilience. I wanted certainty instead of wisdom. I wanted confidence without first confronting my fears. But trading doesn't simply reward knowledge, it rewards transformation. Every loss presents a choice: become bitter or become better. Every setback invites you to grow into someone who can carry greater responsibility without being consumed by it. When I invited God into my trading journey, my relationship with the market began to change. I no longer measured my worth by my profit and loss. A losing day no longer meant I was a failure, and a winning day no longer made me feel invincible. My peace stopped depending on whether the candles were green or red. Instead, I asked myself a different question at the end of each trading session. Was I faithful today? Ironically, that shift made me a better trader because I stopped chasing outcomes and started mastering my process. So before you ask God for a bigger account, ask Him for a bigger heart. Before you ask for more opportunities, ask for greater wisdom. Before you ask for more profits, ask for the discipline to steward what you already have. Because the greatest blessing isn't that God gives you everything you've requested. The greatest blessing is that He transforms you into the kind of trader who can faithfully manage whatever He places in your hands. That's the mission of Trading Psychology for Reparations. We're not just trying to build profitable traders. We're building disciplined steward. If that's the journey you want to be on, join our community. Download the Trading Bible Study Guide and let's grow together. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What are you asking God for today? And how might He be preparing you before He answers? Like, subscribe, and share this message with another trader who needs the reminder that character is the foundation on which lasting success is built. You've got this. Peace and blessings, Dr. O.